Hi y'all, Wendy G. Young here again. In my quest to live my life purpose and model emotional authenticity to the world, I'm going to share with you probably the biggest challenge of my adult life, past pretty much 30 years. And it's all about the relationship that I have with my younger sister. See, growing up, I was the oldest, and I watched over her. I watched over my brother, and when it was time to go to college, I went and did that. I did what normal 18-year-olds do, and I came back from college, and it was not too long afterwards, maybe a year or so, when I noticed that something was wrong, or maybe it was just perfect, but there was something wrong between my sister and myself, and I didn't really know what to do with it. I was very young at the time, not in touch with my spiritual nature, just really back from college looking for a job and looking to experience my fortune in the world. And over the years, I came to realize that my sister had a problem with me, and it hurt me immensely. I never could get a handle on it. I mean, no matter what I did to find out, what is it that I did? What did I do that has made you so angry with me? I mean, I tried for years. And finally, when I was about 40 or so, she finally admitted to me that when I went off to college, I abandoned her. She took that as me abandoning her. She liked the idea that I watched over her. She did not like the fact that I left her with our mom, which is a whole other story I'm not going to get into right now. So I was pretty shocked to hear that. It took almost 20 years, 18, 20 years to discover these feelings that my sister had for me. And it took me many years to be able to get to the point where I felt okay with the fact that I went to college. I mean, there was this part of me that bought into this guilt thing when I went off to college. Not anything that I was in touch with. It was ingrained in me so deep that I didn't even know. So what I've done most of my adult life is try to show up for her in ways that maybe were not good for me, but were trying to prove to her that I loved her because she didn't think that I loved her. And so it became this almost sick way of being in the world, trying to prove to my sister that yes, I do love you, and here's why. Let me show you these things that I'm doing. I didn't do that on purpose. I did this because I wanted to do it. I wanted to be at the birthday parties and the graduations and the other celebrations and buy gifts when I went out of town, and I wanted to do all these things. There were some pretty big things that I did, certain things that cost me thousands of dollars, and all because I was trying to develop a relationship. I was trying to get close with my sister, who really just didn't want it. So it was really very hurtful to me. So long story very short, I I found a way. I found my courage. I guess you could say I found my courage in the past. I guess about the past 15 months, I found my courage to finally to finally let go of whatever guilt I had bought into, and I started to I let go of something actually very physical that I was trying to get back, and by doing that, it allowed me to remove a huge emotional layer that had me connected to her in that way that was negative and limiting to me. And in the past year, I have worked towards releasing, much more of that. And I guess really what has happened is the relationship allowed me to have to work towards standing up for myself, for standing up for what I believe is my right in the world. I see that it was connected to my worthiness, my level of self-worth that I had about myself. It's very long and detailed. But it was really about me allowing myself to be who I am in her presence, in her children's presence, no matter what they thought. Even if it meant I had to unfriend her on Facebook. So I'm sharing this with you right now because it is part of my purpose. This is how I'm beginning to model how to be emotionally authentic here in the social networking world. It's no accident that we have social networking websites today. It's no accident. We are meant to really take a look at the dark spots in our life that are there so that we can examine them, shed light on them, and move forward into our life. Because what I will say is that because of this courage that I stepped into, that I always had, it was always in me, I just didn't see it. It has allowed me to discover my purpose, which is this. It's a little bizarre. So by me stepping into my courage and standing for myself, it's allowed me to discover that I'm here to guide others to find their courage and their trust in themselves and their worthiness and be empowered so they can live their divine desires, step into all the dreams that they've been wanting. So, there you go. I'm really glad I didn't cry. I thought I might actually cry. So, thank you for listening, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks.